Good morning. Welcome to a morning review. This is Kim speaking on, oh goodness, Thursday, the 17th of November. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and yesterday we saw not a major surprise that we saw a continuation in the sell-off, and we're seeing it across at the moment. It's had a little bit of a rally, but all it looks like is a bit of a retrace before it may go again. Now, it started off diverging at one point yesterday, but its divergence rolled off there from that point of view. So that is now clear effectively. It is looking like it's trying to base itself out a little bit here this morning, and it could start breaking up higher above its daily pivot. There's a possibility, looking at this hourly chart, it could run up above here. Now, attempts before have been good opportunities to sell into, but we'll see. We just need to be a bit careful it doesn't continue running. Now, we've seen the dollar gain strength across the markets for some time now, and occasionally you'll just get a bit of a retracement, and it could be quite a strong retracement, so we just need to watch out for that. But at the moment, I'm still erring on the short side overall in the bigger picture here. We've got the potential higher low coming through here. We'll have a look, but at this stage I'm keeping quite open-minded. I may be selling back into this at some point, but we'll wait until 8 o'clock's out of the way. For the upside, well, it needs to be above the daily pivot anyway. Maybe look, I mean, the 50's been as a target. It's no point really having as such. I mean, it may be provided a short-term target, but as I'm talking, it may even run up there. It's that close. There's not a lot of volatility in this, but if it does continue pushing up into that sort of way, it may run up to the R1, maybe even yesterday's highs. Okay, looking at cable. Let's look at the bigger picture. And, well, cable's chopped up a lot more. It's in a much more choppy sort of position. Looking across to the 4 hours here on the right hand side, you can just see that chop. It seems to be using the monthly pivot as a bit of a support at the moment, so long as it's above there, I remain erring towards the bullish side of it. Looking at shorter time frame here, the hourlies here, this intermediate time frame, it's given me, well, it's back into the 50. Now, if it can break it, it looks like it's heading on for its daily pivot. If it can break the daily pivot, then I'll be a bit more bullish on it. Now, I was erring on the bullish side yesterday on it, and it was difficult to do too much, particularly after sort of midday. It became quite choppy, and really, I mean, there's points to be had there, but they're more scalping than trending, or intraday trending. It's quite difficult to try and trade it at times. Now, as I say, at the moment, it's looking like it's pushing up. It could be on, I mean, yesterday it never got near its R1, S1. It just fluffed around really for a lot of the day there. It may do similar today. There is news out this morning which might help it. We've got retail sales coming out this morning. Be interested to see if that will help it. But although the news was reasonably good yesterday, it didn't really give it too much of a help, and in fact it sold off after the news yesterday. I'll continue to roll over from the news. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a trend out of the news at least. My bias is marginally, as I said, well, if above the pivot, it becomes bullish. Dollar yen. Well, it seems to may have put the brakes on yesterday. With people looking for the turns in this market and expecting a big sell-off if it comes, or a bit of a retracement. Well, there is the potential. It has at the moment, or it looks like it's putting a lower high in on this 4-hourly picture. But it's still quite a lot of work to be done before I'd be looking on the short side properly. And I would like the correlation across the markets, i.e. the euro and the pound coming up, for this to be coming down. Maybe if it breaks the 60-minute 50, it could be a bit of a short candidate for me. Otherwise, the risk is always that it will just rally back up towards yesterday's highs and maybe beyond. The Aussie dollar remains a mess, and even as I'm talking now, we're seeing it sort of rolling and almost breaking towards, well, it's broken yesterday's low already fractionally. There is divergence in these lows though, which may see it find a bit of support, or allow it to. It's got an untouched daily pivot above. There is a chance it could push up there, but we'll see how it rolls out from there. And finally, the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar's been pushing, pushing down actually, I should say. Oil's holding up level at the moment. This sort of push up yesterday in between really, it was short-lived, and to me it's erring slightly to the downside, so it's sort of breaking the trend against the dollar, if anything, and pushing southwards here. We could see a bit of continuation in that potentially. Again, I'd like to see the correlation with the other markets preferably. Okay, news-wise today, well, there is some US news as well. Sorry, this afternoon at 1:30, we've got inflation data, which will be looked on, and the manufacturing index, Philadelphia Fed manufacturing index coming out at 1:30. So a bit of data coming around that time. Housing starts there as well. But then at 3 o'clock, we got the Fed chair, Yellen, speaking. However, her speech is actually released to the market an hour and 20 beforehand. So the main speech would be out there at 1:40. So just need to bear that in mind. And then after that, I'm sure as she's doing a testimony, I believe she will get questioned after the 3 o'clock. So you may get a reaction to both. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great one. Bye for now.